Hey there, Chris McCarthy here with Brand Identified, and today I'm going to walk you through an AI business integration plan to help you design your presentations and your pitch decks. You will be able to use this 6-step framework to design a compelling on-brand pitch deck that communicates your message clearly and helps you win clients, deals, or investments. We are going to cover today, first off, the 6-step AI-powered framework. Then I'm going to help you define and answer the 10 questions that you must define for this AI strategy. Then I'll show you how to accelerate your strategy using the custom GPT over at BrandOptimizer.ai. Then I'm going to walk you through a 6-step AI prompt sequence to customize your framework and your strategy for your specific business, also using BrandOptimizer.ai. And then finally, I'm going to show you how to install Brand Growth AIOS into your business. So let's jump in and get started. So step number 1 of this AI-powered framework is to define. Start by answering these 10 questions about your message, your audience, your key content, and your delivery format. Your responses will help us craft a branded presentation that tells your story with clarity, confidence, and purpose. So question number 1, what is the primary goal or the audience for this presentation, whether that's sales, investment, internal? Every great deck starts with clarity on purpose. Whether you're pitching investors, selling a service, or aligning a team, your audience determines your message and your structure. Question number 2, what message or story do you want to communicate from start to finish? Presentations should take people through an entire journey. Defining the core narrative ensures that the deck flows logically and reinforces the outcome that you want to drive. Question number 3, how many slides do you expect or want in the final deck? Slide count affects the pacing and the detail. Whether you need a short overview or a more comprehensive walkthrough, this sets the scope of the entire build. Question number 4, what data, case studies, or visuals must be included to support your pitch? Including specific proof points strengthens your message. So we'll want to know what facts, what figures, or what visuals need to be prioritized. Question number 5, what brand elements, for example, your logos, fonts, colors, or icons, should guide the design? Consistent branding reinforces trust and professionalism. We apply your brand system to ensure that your deck looks polished and aligned. Question number 6, who will be delivering the presentation and how much flexibility do they need in format or flow? Knowing the presenter's style helps us design for ease of use, whether it's scripted, conversational, or adaptive in real time. Question number 7, will this deck be shared live? Will it be sent as a PDF or repurposed in multiple ways? The format of the delivery impacts the layout, the animation, and the file type. We need to design with the final use case in mind. Question number 8, do you need any slide templates for future edits or versions? If your team will be updating the deck, we can include editable templates or master slides to support future use without needing a complete redesign. Question number 9, what's the tone and the style? For example, is it bold and visual, clean and corporate, or minimal and elegant? Visual tone supports the perception of your brand. Identifying your desired style helps us align design choices with the audience's expectations. And then finally, question number 10 here is, what is your deadline for the design, the review, and the delivery of your final deck? Timelines define our production plan. Clear deadlines ensure that we hit your target presentation date without compromising its quality. So moving on to step number 2, and that is to frame. Shape your core message and your narrative flow. Before you build slides, you need to shape the entire story. This step ensures that your pitch is clear, intentional, and structured to lead your audience from interest into buy-in. So define your audience and what they need to believe by the end. Create a beginning, a middle, and an end narrative that builds credibility and clarity, and identify key talking points, proof elements, and calls to action. Now in this step, and then all upcoming steps in this framework, I've given you an AI prompt to help you out with this strategy. Now more specifically, I've given you a BrandOptimizer.ai prompt. Now BrandOptimizer.ai is a custom GPT that I've developed over at Brand Identified after working with hundreds of clients over the past 25 years. So I want to make sure that you are taking this prompt and all upcoming prompts and adding them into BrandOptimizer.ai and not ChatGPT or another large language model, because those GPTs don't have access to the Brand Identified knowledge base. So for example, on this prompt, it is we are a, and you want to input your business type there, that serves, and then go ahead and enter in your target audience. Now, based on our answers to the pitch deck questions, help us shape a clear presentation flow, including storyline, key proof points, and the action we want the audience to take. So you will take this prompt, you will take those 10 questions in step number 1 and the 10 answers from step number 1, and you'll go over and visit BrandOptimizer.ai. From here, you can click on Launch the Custom GPT. It's going to open up ChatGPT, but into the Brand Optimizer interface. So make sure that you're adding all prompts over here into this custom GPT interface at BrandOptimizer.ai. So moving on here into step number 3, and that is to outline. Turn your narrative into a slide-by-slide structure. Once the story is clear, break it down into logical slides that support a smooth and persuasive delivery. So organize the deck into clear sections, for example, problem, solution, proof, and calls to action. Keep each slide focused on one core idea and plan a visual rhythm that keeps the audience engaged throughout. And then I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out with step number 3. Now, step number 4, this is to design, applying strong visuals that reinforce your brand and your message. Great design helps your audience absorb and remember the message. This step ensures that your deck is polished, branded, and easy to understand. So use your brand fonts, your brand colors, and design principles across all of the slides. Emphasize clarity, white space, and visual hierarchy, and add charts, graphics, or photos that support the story. And then, as always, I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out with step number 4. Moving on to step number 5, and that is to deliver. Prepare for how the deck will be used, shared, and presented. Your deck isn't just for one use. It may be presented live, emailed, printed, or reused across multiple channels. So this step ensures flexibility and performance. So be sure to format the deck for multiple case uses. So for example, live, PDF downloads, or recorded. Add speaker notes or cues if needed for verbal delivery, and prepare alternative versions if audiences or the offers differ. And then I've given you another BrandOptimizer.ai prompt for step number 5. And then finally, moving on to the final step here, step number 6, this is to refine. Test, iterate, and update based on feedback and results. A strong pitch gets better with its use. The final step helps you turn your deck into a living asset that evolves based on audience responses and your business growth. So be sure to practice delivery and adjust the flow for clarity. Gather feedback from team members, prospects, and investors, and update the slides regularly as your offer, your data, or your positioning evolves. And then, as always, I've given you a final BrandOptimizer.ai prompt to help you out here with step number 6. So moving on here, this is a 6-step AI prompt sequence that I've developed for you that you can also use over at BrandOptimizer.ai to instantly create your custom strategy for your business. So the first prompt here is your strategy prompt, and that is, help me build a strategy for presentation and pitch deck design that communicates our story and wins buy-in. Question number 2, or prompt number 2, is your execution prompt, and that is, give me a step-by-step plan to create a compelling pitch deck with clear messaging and branded design. Prompt number 3, this is your audit and your optimization prompt, and that is, audit our current pitch deck and recommend design or content improvements that would make it more effective. Prompt number 4, this is your template and your tool prompt, and that is, provide a slide layout or a pitch deck structure template that we can use to organize our content effectively. Now, prompt number 5, this is your role-based prompt, and that is, how should and you will want to insert your role, your title, or a position within your organization. So for example, CEO, sales director, fundraising lead, approach creating or delivering a pitch deck. And then finally, the final prompt here is prompt number 6, and this is your integration prompt, and that is, how does a branded pitch deck support other areas of our business? So for example, sales, investor relations, or internal alignment. So this leads us to Brand Growth AIOS, and this is an AI-powered operating system to optimize your business. It is a proprietary 16-phase optimization and execution strategy that integrates 60 specialized services into one unified growth engine. It is designed to transform your business into a high-performance, fully optimized, and scalable operation. Every service is delivered in a structured, sequence-based framework that starts with deep diagnostics, applies proven strategic models, and then executes with AI-enabled tools and automations. Now, I prepared a short overview video of Brand Growth AIOS that I'll queue up here in just a few seconds, but I also want to make sure you check out brandidentified.com to learn more, and then also visit brandgrowthaios.com as well. The Brand Growth AIOS is a complete operating system for your business. It's a proprietary 16-phase optimization and execution strategy that pulls together 60 specialized services into one unified growth engine. The entire system is designed to take your business from where it is today and transform it into a high-performance, fully optimized, and scalable operation. Now, here's the important part. This isn't just a collection of services thrown together. Every step is structured, it's sequence-based, and it follows a very specific framework. We begin with deep diagnostics, then move into proven strategy models, and then bring it all to life with AI-enabled tools and automations. Once the Brand Growth AIOS is installed inside your business, here's what you can expect. Your company will run on a streamlined, data-driven, AI-supported infrastructure. You will deliver a consistent, high-quality client experience that drives both retention and referrals. Your offers, pricing, and positioning will be optimized for your market. You'll have predictable opportunities coming in through campaigns, funnels, and content systems that are built to work together. And you, as the founder, along with your leadership team, will finally be able to focus on strategy instead of being stuck in daily execution. So let's talk about what that means for your role versus ours. Your role requires only a minimal time investment, about 15 minutes per day for quick approvals and roughly 30 minutes a week for high-level strategic reviews. That is it. Our role is to handle everything else: the audit, the strategy, the design, the build out, the optimization, and the execution of your complete Brand Growth AIOS. That way, you can stay focused on leading your business while we install the system that allows it to scale.